Despite spending $20,000 to $30,000 each on all of those Gremlins and Mogwai and everything.
Yeah, that's what was going through my head.
The budget for Gremlins 1 was $11 million.
Okay.
Which is pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
It went on to make $213 million.
That explains why they got a second.
Despite releasing on the same day as the original Ghostbusters.
That's kind of crazy.
They are two huge-ass movies to come out on the same day. Like, that's...
Yeah.
That's a Barbenheimer in the 80s.
Oh my god, you're so right.
Film. Welcome to episode 300 of the Commentary Booth, where we watch, and you guessed it, commentate on the week that was in movies and TV. I'm your host and play-by-play commentator, Jamie Ups, and each week I'm joined by a rotating cast of colour commentators to help you find your next viewing treat. And like I said, we have done that for 300 weeks.
Woo!
Feels
insert like the
pretty wild.
Insert the applause. Like we should have like a little applause button. We need to get you a soundboard for the podcast so you can just like insert sound clips. Woo!
You know I have a soundboard.
Why don't you use it? This would be a perfect opportunity to insert audience claps, so I don't have to clap. You're making me work overtime.
I'm good.
I've completely made this go off the rails already.
Correct. So yeah, this week I'm joined by an impact fee technician who lists their favourite movie as A Nightmare on Elm Street and favourite TV show as Golden Girls. Welcome to the show, the ever-festive Corrina Mabey.
Yes, I'm always festive, even when I'm in Florida. Like, I got my Florida PJs on, and it's, as you can see, there's like Christmas trees and palm trees and campers and everything. All of my Christmas stuff is out. All of my Christmas attire is currently spread across my bed because I'm packing.
That, and I think, was this the first year you've put your Christmas tree away in about 5 years?
I'm gonna plead the fifth. So yes, I do. Obviously you don't know this. So yes, I do a holiday tree. So when I moved into my house 5 years ago now, my mom low-key was like, man, our tree looks real small in this house with our bigger ceilings, which was her hint to, hey, we need a bigger Christmas tree. And so I went out
and boy, oh boy, did you go bigger.
Yes, so I went from a 4.5 or 5 foot tree to a 7.5 foot tree, and this bitch is flocked, so it's gorgeous. It's my favorite thing one of my favorite adult things I've ever bought, like adult money things. And yeah, I loved it so much, I did not take it down. I've decorated it for every holiday. I clear the shelves at Michael's and everything like that to get accessories for it, and I just decorate it for all the holidays. But last year I decided to put it away because I wanted more room in my living room. And then I had to dig that bitch out today. I dug it out like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, man, do I regret taking this down.
My favorite part is you wanted more room in the living room, which you then proceeded to fill with a double mattress.
It is a twin-size mattress. I guess that's a double. I don't know. Anyway. Yes, because my daughter did not want to throw out her old mattress because the dog likes sleeping on said mattress. And so currently, yes, there is a mattress on the floor of my living room strictly for the dog, which he also has his actual dog bed on, so he's in a bed in my living room along with my Christmas tree. And it's fine. It's all working in harmony. We make it work. It actually saved me from breaking my arm probably when I was stringing Christmas lights on the tree since all my pre-lit lights blew out. So, as my kid would say, what would you do if you'd gotten rid of that mattress? You would have been in the hospital probably, so yeah.
Exactly. And the dog is double comfy right now.
It's all about other people's comfort, not me and my house and the room in my house. And meanwhile, Jamie has like the smallest fucking Christmas tree in the entire fucking world. It's like a couple branches away from being a Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
It's a perfect Christmas tree. It also has a Doritos ornament.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're not an ornament person because you're not a Christmas tree person because your Christmas tree stands like yay high. Like we could literally put your entire Christmas tree in one fucking frame. Because it is
it's a tabletop coffee table Christmas tree. It's perfect.
It
requires 2 seconds of setup.
You don't even set it up. It's like in a pot. Like it's like in a fucking like pottery pot that it came in.
Exactly. It takes 2 seconds of setup. I grab it out of the garage and I walk it in the house.
It is the size of a Barbie Christmas tree. Like that is what I envisioned Barbie would have in her dream house because it would make it look huge for Barbie's dream house.
Eh.
Whatever.
But this week we are celebrating, like we said, Christmas and 300 episodes of the commentary booth by remembering the 3 golden rules as we review 1984's Gremlins.
Yes.
Before we dive into that, obviously a big thank you to everyone who has watched, listened, shared, commented on the commentary booth over the last 300 weeks, which is kind of wild. I looked back at it and it was April 2020 was the pilot episode, and that was pretty much because I was locked in my house for 6 to 8 weeks.
Look at that. Like, what good things come out of COVID? Like, you're now at like episode 300. I've taken over episodes for 2 years now, almost 3 years sometime. Like, it's been a lot. You've come such a far way with this entire like side project that you were just like, what else can I do? I'm in my house. I want to do something, but I don't know what.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I love it.
So, yeah, this week, because it is Christmas, Corrina decided we needed to watch Gremlins, the 1984 black comedy horror film directed by Joe Dante, written by Chris Columbus, who is most noted for, obviously Gremlins is the big one, but he had The Goonies, he did Home Alone 1 and 2, Mrs. Doubtfire, and he directed the Harry Potter 1 and 2 movies as well. So that's pretty cool. And the film follows a family who, after receiving an exotic small animal as a Christmas gift, the son, Billy, inadvertently breaks 3 important rules concerning his new pet, which unleashes a horde of malevolently mischievous creatures on a small town. Before we dig into all of the bits and pieces, history, questions, comments, concerns about the Gremlins film.
I love Gremlins. It's one of my favorite movies from the 80s. Like, I grew up watching Gremlins. It's like, it's just one of those things that I always put on. I don't care if it's Christmas or not. I always put it on because it's cute. I love Gremlins so much. I actually have a gizmo. He is at work. He sits on my shelf at work. But yes, he's got an on-off switch, and you can press his belly, and he sings. He does the whole Gremlins sing, and his head bobs back and forth. He's wonderful. I love him. But yes, no, it's so much fun. I think it's adorable, and I think it's so cute. And HBO liked it enough to make a cartoon out of it, so everybody should at least watch the original. The second one's just as good, though.
So, I've watched it twice this year now.
Twice? I didn't make you watch it twice.
No, I watched it again this week just to refresh myself.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. You're more dedicated than I am.
But well, you've seen it. You've seen it a million times. I've literally seen it twice in its entirety.
I'm so proud of you because I mean, my kid's seen it more times than you have, but it's okay. It's okay. Baby steps. Jamie.
Because, like I've always said, it was one of those movies where I knew what happened because of all of the pop culture references, and I didn't feel like I needed to watch it. And I watched it. It's not bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I know Toby loves this movie too, doesn't he? He just like loves to watch this movie with you, right?
He was fine with it. Fine with it. I think I enjoyed it because it's not like your typical overly cheery, happy-go-lucky Christmas movie. Like it's kind of like Home Alone in where it's Christmassy and it's like clearly about Christmas and gifts and all of that sort of, and Santa Claus, and there's a really dark story about Santa Claus in this one. But it's not purely like your Hallmark movie Christmas. It's dark, scary, a different spin on the Christmas theme. I enjoyed it for that.
Yeah. I'm so glad you love this movie. Yeah, no, it's fun for me just because it's darker. I feel like I can wrap it into like not necessarily like horror, but like comedy horror, kind of like the way Killer Clowns from Outer Space is for me. It's in that kind of same genre where it's funny horror, because there are some moments where like if you're watching this and you're like itty bitty minus my kid, they can be scary when a certain rule gets broken and Gizmo is not super fluffy at points because he's got little little copies of himself running around. So yeah, it's got that like underlining dark Christmas tone, but it's not full-fledged like Krampus or Black Christmas or something like that. So it's a fun kind of thing.
Yeah, it starts off in that sort of cheesy, feel-good Christmas tone with like the way Gizmo looks
Hmm.
initially. And then it quickly pivots into being this dark sort of action comedy thing, which is quite fun.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's hilarious. And also like the the parts of Gizmo that like expand and like his doubles and stuff like that, they're all so goofy looking. Like there's some derpy looking ones, which I absolutely love, and then there's a really evil, mean one, and you're just like, oh, okay, this is gonna go dark really quick.
The fun part about that is like they're all different. I like that
Yes,
they didn't just like create
copy and paste.
five and we're like, that'll do. We'll just shoot them in all different ways so that it looks like there's heaps of them, but we've really only got five. Like they made a crap ton of them, dressed them all differently, made them all like slight variations of things, and really cool. They did get a studio note after they submitted the first like draft of this movie, and the studio execs were like, "There's too many gremlins. Maybe we should get rid of a few of them." And Steven Spielberg, as executive producer's response was, "How about we just get rid of all of them and call them movie people?"
that's
Like that's
that's
the point. It's the movie's called
yeah.
Gremlins. There should be heaps of them.
It'd be like if like I it's been a very long time since I've seen the movie Critters, but that is like a grade B horror movie from I think the 80s, if I'm not mistaken. And there's like tons of them all over the damn place. And it's like they took Gremlins but tried to like make it actually horror, and then it came out even worse. Um but yeah, like that's the whole point of Gremlins. You can't have it, it'd be like if you took Tremors and you're like, "Oh, we need less tremor worms. We need more people in it." It's like
Yeah, I was thinking it'd be like snakes on a plane if you
without
had
snakes.
two snakes. So it's
Yeah,
technically snakes, plural,
plural.
but it's not a heap of snakes. It was just
And
the
how
two
boring would
snakes.
that be if it were just like Gizmo and Stripe and like they just were going at it together? That'd be so dumb because the other derpy dumb ones, they make this movie. Like with the dumb shit that they do, it makes this movie. It's fantastic.
Also, those are like the puppets and things that they made for these because it was made before like CG was a big thing. They actually physically made all of these gremlins and mogwai, which is really cool.
I love them.
And they made so many of them that each of them cost between $30,000 and $40,000 in the 1980s.
That's a lot.
So adjusted for inflation, in 2024 these would have been $60,000 to $90,000 per gremlin.
That's a lot. Damn.
And then because of that, they had a rule when everyone left the lot for filming every day, security would have to search through your car to make sure
You
nobody
didn't
was
say
stealing any of them.
for real. Like that would be like the hardest thing if I were on set for this. I'd be like, I don't mind me if I put Gizmo in my pocket. It's cool. You
I
don't
feel like
see
at the
anything.
at the end of filming, people probably got to keep a couple of them.
Yeah.
Like some of the more important people probably were like, yeah, you can have a gremlin to keep or a mogwai to keep or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, in those every day, it was like, when you leave, we are searching your car because we cannot afford to have any of these things leave the lot.
Yeah, and it's so intense, but I love that. Like it was that it was that like under wraps, like, no, we've got to make sure that this is happening. I think it's funny.
And they made all of these things because their initial attempt was to use monkeys to play the gremlins and dress
No.
the monkeys up. That didn't go well because one of the monkeys panicked when they tried to put a gremlin head on it.
Yeah,
Like, well, yeah,
I don't think that would have been a smart idea. I'm kind of glad that they did not do that. Like I can't imagine this movie with like monkeys in place of like the characters that they created. No, no, no.
yeah. And then also, originally Stripe and Gizmo were supposed to be the same character. They wasn't supposed to be the split and then the change in personality. This changed when executive producer Steven Spielberg insisted that one of the gremlins should be a good guy that the audience can kind of identify with and connect with and be like, that's the one we want to win.
Mm-hmm.
And the director Joe Dante expressed that he believes this decision is why the film is fondly remembered. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Because if it was just, oh, this cute little guy turns evil and starts messing shit up. You're like, well, that's not great.
No, and I didn't think it would be as like I don't know, in your face. Like the pods that the gremlins like hatch out of is such like an iconic moment because it's almost gross. Like they look gross, and it
It's very
reminds me
Alien.
of. I was gonna say, yeah, it's like that scene in Alien where like all the pods are opening up, and I think that was probably a good like nod to that, probably because there are like little Easter eggs here and there throughout this movie, and even the second movie they incorporate a couple different like pop culture references, which is awesome, and we should definitely watch the second one because now I want to go watch it. But yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, get ready. There's a cross-dressing gremlin in the second one. You're welcome. I'll leave that with your thoughts with that. Um, but yeah, no, I love the like little tidbits here and there of like nostalgia that's throughout this movie. And you know, it's even like there's parts like where the old man that, you know, has Gizmo, he reminds me of like the guy from Karate Kid.
Mr.
Because
Miyagi.
yeah, because it's like just the similar kind of like stance and stuff like that, but he's not mean. So yeah, it's really fun. Also, the dad, like I think the one thing that I really like about this is that the dad in this movie is just chaos, like walking chaos with his experiments slash like,
Yeah,
you know,
his inventions are a bit nuts.
oh my god, it's so ridiculous but so good. Because you could see people doing that.
One of the other fun nostalgia parts for people, if you are a big Back to the Future fan, this was filmed on the same lot. It's the same town.
That's kind of cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
They reused the same like studio lot and town that they built for Back to the Future and just covered it in snow and did Gremlins.
I did not. I think that's like the coolest shit. I really do. I love that.
And you mentioned Rand Peltzer, the father who must have Gizmo when he sees him the first time, and some of his crazy inventions. Do you have a favorite Rand Peltzer invention?
I think it's I want to say, what is it? The toothbrush thing where it's like an all-in-one like travel.
Oh, the bathroom buddy.
The
Swiss
bathroom
Army
buddy.
knife of toiletries.
Yes, yes, where it's just like an all-in-one thing. It's pretty
It would
cool,
be handy for travel.
right? Like, just
If
don't
it
need a bunch
worked.
of things. Yeah, that's the thing. None of them work.
Yeah, so he creates the bathroom buddy. They have an egg cracking machine thing that's like, why? We can just
Yeah.
crack eggs. It's not a difficult process. The crazy orange peeler slash juicer thing that just goes haywire all the time.
Yep.
The coffee machine that basically produces black tar that looks
Yeah.
terrible.
That's fantastic.
His remote controlled telephone, which is like, that was probably the one that he was closest to actually making something useful, because it's like
Yeah.
the cordless phone before mobile phones and cordless phones were a thing.
Yeah.
And the one that seems to get the most attention, his smokeless ashtray. Like, what?
What? I mean, you know, this was the 80s, so that was like a thing. Like, you know, any way to do that.
Oh yeah, smoking inside and all that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, and the bars and the hospital and diners everywhere.
We even see a couple of the gremlins later smoking
Yeah.
in the bar. Like, Jesus.
It's fantastic. And the bar sequence is like one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie, probably.
Another fun fact with the Rand Peltzer scenes as well. Did you know there's a pretty cool cameo when he's at the kind of like the showcase fair thing when he's on the phone?
Yes, and I don't remember who it is, but I do know that there is some important person or like some iconic person in this, and I cannot for the life of me remember it.
Steven Spielberg.
Okay, there you go.
The executive producer rides in front of him on a like recumbent, like one of those sit down, lay down bicycle things.
Yeah, because he like even comments on the bike like, man, that's pretty cool, kind of thing.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a fun thing. Another character that stood out to me was the old curmudgeonly neighbor who like has the American-built truck that has all the gremlins in it, and he is like casually racist.
Yeah, not totally, but is, because like the main character drives a VW Beetle and like it doesn't start, and he's like, wouldn't have that problem if you bought like American made kind of things. Like,
Yep. Rewatching it this week, I was like, oh, this guy is MAGA before MAGA.
oh my god.
40 years early. Gotta build everything in America. We
I
won't have
mean,
gremlins in it.
you know, that's just
And then I laugh later in the movie where he's like, oh no, my truck actually has gremlins in it.
so good. So good. And then the really nasty lady that's got it out for a four-legged pooch in this movie, like she's awful. She's
She's a
like
terrible
absolutely
human being.
awful. I've never rooted for someone. I've never rooted against someone so hard in my life, but I cannot stand her.
Especially the moment where she threatens to put his dog in the microwave or the
Yeah.
dryer and like on high. Like, what that? It's a puppy dog.
Yeah. Ugh. She's such a drama queen. I can't stand her, but whatever. I guess you have to have like a. I guess in this movie you had like a person villain and like a character villain, because or a creature villain at that point, because she was mean as fuck.
I did laugh later in the film where one of the gremlins does get put in the microwave.
Yep, that's a thing.
And yeah, like obviously, so it all begins when Rand goes to this sort of mysterious shop in. The first time we watched it, I didn't realize it was Chinatown. I thought he was like, as part of his like inventing stuff, he was traveling around the world. And I was like, oh, he's like actually in China. And then I was like, wait, how did he import this back into the country? And it's like, oh, he never actually left America. He just went to Chinatown in some random city. Like, okay,
Yep. That makes sense.
don't know where that came from, but whatever. And then that introduces us to the three simple rules. What do you think of those Mogwai rules?
I mean, I feel like they probably work for everybody. Like if you get them wet, they're gonna multiply. Like that doesn't really happen. But if you eat after midnight, I mean, you do go a little woohoo. And I don't like bright lights.
Especially cheese.
Yeah, yeah, you have really crazy dreams when you eat cheese after like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. You're just like, man, I shouldn't have done that. And then yeah, I don't like bright lights. Like this ring light over here is too bright for me. I'm not a fan, but for you, I'll do anything. But yeah, so and I, it's good rules. They're great rules when you follow them, and then when you don't,
And I love
chaos.
I love that like he feeds them after midnight after his clock breaks. But how did his clock break? I can't remember how his clock breaks.
So he got wet. Initially, Gizmo got wet because he was painting, or he had paint supplies, and the water dripped on him, and he multiplied because he went pop, 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 pop. And so
That's right.
then Stripes was like, and like unplugged the clock or something.
Yeah, he chews through the power cord.
Yeah, or one of them chewed through the power cord because they wanted to eat, and then they went downstairs and ate like the fridge and everything, and that's when they go bad.
Yeah, he feeds them a whole chicken.
Yes.
And then, yeah, oopsie.
Yeah, and that's when like Gizmo gets all like Gizmo has like for such a cool animatronic, he has like such fun and like relatable facial features, like his scared face and like his determined face. There's so much detail in his little animatronic face, and like the way that they just like have him designed, it's great.
Because it's animatronic, it's very cool that it's not CG, so it's all physical. That spawned off all of the toys and stuff that they made, which were insane. And very clearly was also the Mogwai inspiration for Furbies as well.
Yeah, 100%. Like Furbies. Like, so this is it. You had Gremlins
Like,
in
I
the
feel like
80s.
if they could have called Furbies Mogwais, they would have, but they obviously, they probably tried, didn't get the license, and went, oh, we'll just call them Furbies. They're
Yeah, just call them
babies.
Furbies. I love that. And now we have, wait for it. Now we have Labubu's.
Jesus Christ.
It's the new Gremlin. You're welcome.
Um,
I lost your train of thought for you. You're so welcome.
Attention, trading card collectors! Are you ready to take your collection to the next level? Dive into the action with the limited edition Australian wrestling card, showcasing the most electrifying talents Australia has to offer. Imagine owning cards featuring legends such as Robbie Eagles, Shazza McKenzie, Shane Hayes, Madison Eagles, and many, many more. But that's not all. You'll also snag cards of the iconic referees, commentators, and announcers, just like me, Lord Andy Coyne, to truly capture the spirit of Australian independent wrestling. And as our homegrown talent continues to dominate the world stage, OzRest cards are destined to become hot commodities. Not only will you be owning a valuable piece of wrestling history, but you'll also be supporting the amazing wrestlers and talented photographers behind the magic. So don't wait! Grab your Australian wrestling cards now at pariomagazine.com.au/OzRes cards. Order today and kickstart your collection with a bang!
Gizmo and Strap
Yes.
voiced gremlins as well.
Yeah, because Gizmo goes like,
voiced creatures.
bright lights. Like, he says that, and he's like, "Ooh." Yeah, so he has like little itty bitty things, but I didn't realize that. Oh, yeah, because Stripe says Gizmo at one point, I think.
Do you know who voices them?
No clue.
So it is Howie Mandel.
Oh, yes.
Gizmo.
Yes. Actually, now that you say that, that makes total sense. I think I read that somewhere.
And then Frank Welker voices Strap. It's like, there's some kind of big names to do just little quips.
Yeah, I guess so. Because, like, Howie Mandel, like, I guess this was when he was doing, I think, Little Monster was the movie that he was in or something like that. Or he was, like, some imaginary creature or something. I don't remember, from, like, the 80s. So I guess this tracks for Howie Mandel being, like, a voice actor, probably. But
also, yeah, it helps when you've got Spielberg calling people and like, hey, can you do this?
You have, like, two lines.
I feel like this was early Spielberg. This was, like, pre-E.T.
Yes? Question mark? I don't remember when E.T. came out. Hold on. I'll find out.
Yeah,
E.T. came out in 82. No, so this came out 2
so
years
it's
after E.T. That makes a lot of sense. So that even makes more sense as to why they would be like, yes, I'll do whatever you want, Mr. Spielberg. Sign me up.
Yeah. Spielberg was calling people and like, hey, I want you to be in this movie. And everyone's like, okay.
Sure.
No questions asked. Don't care what it is. I'll do it. Cause
is the script written it? No? Okay, it's fine. Just attach me.
If I can have a movie anywhere near as popular as that one, I'm in.
Yeah, and I think that's probably now that we've discovered that it came out after E.T., that makes sense as to why the character design is so cool, probably because he had already had so much success doing like the animatronics for E.T. and like, I mean, there was a person in E.T., but you know, for certain scenes, like they had a neck extend and stuff. So that makes a lot of sense as to how they got the facial features on them so good and so.
And like, yeah, you can see the inspiration for the Gremlins in E.T. as well. Like they're kind of a twist on that character.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mentioned the moment where Billy's mum goes on a murderous rampage, killing gremlins, and puts one in the microwave. She's quite savage. She puts one in the microwave. She blends one. She stabs one a lot. I was like, holy cow, she's crazy.
The microwave one was fantastic. Or the microwave and the blender are fantastic because you see their legs like sticking out of the blender, like. I mean, what would you do if you had these god awful looking demon creatures running through your house, causing a menace and a ruckus?
Oh yeah, she messed them up, which is pretty crazy. There's also we see the moment where Strap goes to the YMCA and just jumps in the pool and it's like, uh-oh. That's gonna be bad news.
So good. That's how we end up at the bar eventually with nothing but gremlins in the bar.
And the cops just do not believe anything that's being reported. They're like, whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like the scene from Killer Clowns when like people are calling and he's like, Killer Clowns, okay, kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, for real.
Like I said, I love in those scenes where, like you mentioned, in the bar, all of the gremlins are dressed differently. Like you see, there's a group playing poker, a group playing pool. One of them is a flasher and flashes the bartender. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. And I do love that they each have their own little unique style and individual like isms about them. Like they are not just a carbon copy. Like you said, like they are their own individual Mogwai gremlin thing. And it's great.
And that sort of plays into, like, they're all different, but it plays into sort of some of the craziness in terms of the things that they do, the places they go.
Hmm.
And Stripe is kind of violent as well. Like, he tries to shoot Billy at one point.
Yep. Yeah, he gives zero fucks. Like it's like total world domination is what I feel like he was after. And
Yeah,
he
he was
wasn't
going to
wanting
kill
anything.
anyone that got in his way,
Yeah, 100%. Like, and then you see them like torturing Gizmo, which is awful. Like, you feel so bad for him.
which leads to why this movie. So, when this came out, it was rated PG. But this movie and Indiana Jones,
Hmm.
they're the two movies that are responsible for PG-13 existing.
Are they really?
Because people were like, this is really violent. Like, we see a gremlin get splattered in the microwave, and one gets blended up, and then Stripe tries to shoot Billy.
Yeah.
Kate has this incredibly dark story about her father,
God.
and it's like, yeah, I can see why people were like, what the hell? This is PG. This is pretty out there.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I guess I never put it on the same level. Like, originally, there are scenes in all the Indiana Jones movies when I was watching them as a little kid that like scared the shit out of me because 5-year-old me is like, oh my god, there's alligators and people are getting eaten by them and some guy's heart got ripped out in fucking Temple of Doom. But like like I feel like that's more violent than Gremlins is, and that yeah, I don't know.
But also, I don't know if Indiana Jones was like positioned as a kids movie. This is definitely positioned as a kids movie,
It is
and I
a
can
kids
see
movie.
why
It's
people were
fine.
like, yeah, but in the 80s, I can see why people were like, this is a
Push the
lot
limits.
for a kids movie. Like, let's tone this back a bit.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It's just, well, yeah, for the 80s, like the mindset is very, very different. Like,
So
they're
yeah,
like, oh,
it
our
ended
kids are
up,
watching Labyrinth, and then they're like, oh, look, more little cute furry things. Let's get our kid to watch this too.
yeah, so they ended up like having all of these decisions and like, okay, let's create the PG-13 so we can kind of, these
Push
are for
them.
the older kids, not the little
Sure.
teeny tiny kids. And I mentioned Kate's monologue about her father and him falling in the chimney and breaking his neck and dying instantly while trying to pretend to be Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's a
How do you
lot.
feel about that scene?
That's a heavy scene for to be unloaded into a family friendly movie for Christmas. Like, she's just like, I hate Christmas. Christmas is crap because this, that, and the other. And it's like, oh, you are a very troubled woman. Like, there's a reason that you're so like doom and gloom all the time. I get it.
Like, yeah, the monologue is fine for me until it gets to that point where she's like, oh yeah, and then my dad died because he was doing this, and then he slipped and broke his neck and died immediately. I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's a lot. And
Yeah, 0 to 100.
there was pushback on that from the studio and things, being like, we can't have that in there. That's way too dark. Like, that's
Yeah,
brutal.
it
And
was rough.
they were asked to cut it, but then Spielberg, just even though he had creative control as the executive producer who could have cut it, he said, no, leave it in there. This is what Joe wanted as his, like, this was Joe's vision of the movie. And Joe said, like, it has to stay because that is the movie in a nutshell, of it being like, Christmas isn't all that great and it can get dark at times.
Yeah.
So yeah, he said it represented the movie as a whole, which is a combination of horrific and comedic elements. And it's like, yeah, it's a comedic way to die, but it is also a very dark story as well about how Christmas is ruined for some people.
Yeah. It's pretty rough, especially because like there are stories that have come out in the news like that where people have literally gotten stuck in their chimneys and they have died from either suffocating or, burglars have gotten stuck in there because they can't fit all the way down and then fucking people light up their fireplaces and it's like, oh shit, I just burnt someone. Like it is kind of crazy
Smoke
how
them
like
out.
yeah, it's nuts. So yeah, I mean, I get where there was pushback for it, but I think it just made her character a little bit like it made you understand her character a little bit more, I guess, and as to why she is so kind of weird and out there.
And it also is like a kind of an important message too about like seasonal depression and people that really struggle with
Oh
the
yeah,
festive holiday season as well. So I'm
yeah,
glad it stayed in there, but yeah,
it was a
when you
lot.
first watch it, oh my god, that's a lot. That's real dark.
Yeah,
Especially in the
yeah,
80s, like I feel like that would have been quite out there for a movie.
yeah, 100%.
Ultimately, this movie was incredibly successful. Do you know the budget and the box office for this film?
No, but it was in the 80s, so budget maybe like I don't know, like budget. I'd say maybe like 20 million, if that. No, way less. Was it less? Way less?
Yep.
10?
So, despite spending $20,000 to $30,000 each on all of those gremlins and mogwai and everything,
Yeah, that's what was going through my
the
head.
the budget for Gremlins 1 was $11 million,
Okay.
which is pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
It went on to make $213 million,
That explains why they got a second.
despite releasing on the same day as the original Ghostbusters.
That's kind of crazy.
They are two huge ass movies to come out on the same day. Like that's
Yeah.
a Barbenheimer in the 80s.
Oh my God,
level
yeah, you're so right.
film.
You were so right on that. That's insane. I can't imagine that. Like, just absolutely nuts. And like, Ghostbusters had a stacked cast. Like, this movie really didn't have like a ton of like known actors in it. It was very like unknown, I think, actors in the movie. Like, there's only like I only recognized the dad. I didn't really recognize it. Oh, and the old man from the shop. But
Yeah, like this one relied on Spielberg being attached to it
yes,
to like push it out.
100%.
Whereas Ghostbusters was like, oh yeah, Bill
Bill
Murray,
Murray.
Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah,
okay,
like everybody.
But yeah, like, so Ghostbusters came out. It made $370 million ultimately in the box office. But it cost between $25 and $30 million. So
This did
it
almost
beat this one out, but this one on half as much budget, or even a third at the upper end,
and claimed close to it. It came close to it.
yeah, made percentage-wise, in terms
Yeah.
of profit, much higher.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Which is ultimately why they got the sequel, The New Batch,
Mm-hmm.
and why they have a third film coming out in 2027.
Did you know that there's also an animated series on HBO?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's so cute. I started watching it and I thought it was adorable. I don't know how I feel about this new Gremlin / if it's going to be a reboot, remake, whatever it's going to be. I don't know how to feel about it yet.
I believe it is supposed to be a sequel, and thankfully they do have Spielberg and Columbus coming back. So it's not just the movie studio, like the film studio, being like, oh, we own this property, like, give it to someone.
Yeah.
They're getting the OGs back to do it, so that's...
It's probably a
gives me a
saving
bit more
grace.
hope for it.
Yeah, it'll be a saving grace. I'm interested to see what they do with it, where they go with it, if, like, what the storyline's going to be on it and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Time will tell.
One of the last things I wrote down too was I love the Gizmo being the ultimate hero as well, which plays back into, thankfully they sort of, Spielberg stepped in like, no, we should have the good gremlin and the bad gremlin, and they should be the focus of the film, and the heroes, because you see Gizmo coming back in this big heroic moment, driving through the department store in his sort of pink Barbie mobile thing, which is
So
kind of
cute.
cool, and uses the rules against Strap. Like, he knows, they know the rule, like the gremlins know the rules.
Oh, yes.
And he just opens the shutters and sunlights him to death, which is also
Super cool.
graphic.
Oh, yes, that too.
Melts his face off.
I'm like, I love how you're like, it's super graphic. I'm just like, it's so cool, guys. Everybody do watch it. Like, this is our life right here.
So ultimately, where do you rate, or what do you rate Gremlins, the original from 1984, now looking at it 41 years later as a Christmas movie?
I don't know how you would have to ask me that because it's going to be a 5. This movie will always be a 5. It's a cult classic. It's also something I grew up watching all the time. I still watch it all the time. My kid knows what it is because she grew up watching it. Like, we are a Gizmo / Gremlins family. So I love it. I think it's fun. Now that it's in the, we're in the 20th century and shit like that, like anybody can really have their kids watch it at this point. Like, it's nothing crazy or anything like that. And it's just fun. Like, it's a fun ride.
Yeah, that's fair. I gave it a 4. I think because I didn't grow up on it, so I don't have the nostalgia for it.
Yeah.
And I had that tarnished thing of like, I know what happens type thing from pop culture references and things. I was like, nothing was overly shocking. The crazy gory bits and that dark story from Kate was like, oh, okay, I didn't know these bits. Holy cow.
I'm sure you'll rate Goonies at like a 4 too when you eventually watch it because, spoiler alert, Janie's never seen Goonies.
Correct.
Because he's just that kind of person. I can't. It's fine. It's getting on the list. We'll review it next year, guys. I don't care if there's an anniversary or not. It's just going to be, we're going to start like a new series of like, Jamie's never seen this. That's going to take over the flashback episodes, I think, because there are so many movies you've never seen.
It's okay. You told me something the other day that you hadn't seen.
Oh, I've never seen Straight Outta Compton. I've also never seen, out? What is it? Get Rich or Die Trying. That's another one I've never seen.
The 50 Cent one.
Yeah, that popped up.
What about 8 Mile? You seen 8 Mile?
Yes, I've seen fucking 8 Mile.
Oh.
Thank God for that.
Damn, we could have done a whole like...
Nope, we don't need that, no.
Hip-hop movie rewatch.
No, it's okay.
We just missed the 10th anniversary of Straight Outta Compton, but...
Oh, darn. Whatever,
we could just watch the P. Diddy documentary and then watch Straight Outta Compton.
I started watching the P. Diddy documentary, but I was like too tired to actually pay attention to it, so I should probably just watch that. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a very heavy thing to watch, so I'm like, I'll get to it eventually. It's fine.
So yeah, that is Gremlins rated and reviewed, 300 episodes in the can. Obviously next year will be another whole new journey. Also next year is the 50th anniversary of the first Star Wars movie, Star Wars Episode 3.
Yes, A New Hope.
Karina and I might do a rewatch series of Star Wars rewatching.
It's Episode 4, not Episode 3. Why would you say 3? 3 is Attack of the Clones.
No, that's right, Episode 4.
Or, no, is it Attack of the Clones?
Yeah, it's the first one in the second batch.
Yes, yeah, the originals.
So yeah, episode 4.
It's Episode 4, A New Hope. I'm so excited about that. Like, that gets me, like, that gets my adrenaline going. And next year is also the anniversary of Jamie's favorite fucking movie. And yes, I'm putting this out there now. He can't say no now that it's official. We are going to be watching Labyrinth for its anniversary. And we are going to do a flashback episode. You can see his face and the excitement that's right there. Aren't you so excited? I think you should be so excited. It's so
I might have to sub Buddy in for that when he loves that movie.
It's cool. He can come in on it, and it's fine because everybody loves David Bowie in some gray sweatpants.
But yeah, we might do Star Wars in review type thing because there's 9. So there's 9 mainline films, and then there's the Rogue One. So there's 10 movies. That's 2 months.
Oh, are we not counting we aren't counting Solo in there?
Oh yeah, there's Solo. So there's
which
11.
I've never seen.
We can watch 11 movies. That's like 3 months worth of content.
It's fine. I have for the record, I have the first trilogy and the second trilogy on Blu-ray.
So
the newer ones I don't
1
care.
to 6.
Yes, I have 1 through 6. I didn't give 2 fucks about the others because
that's okay. Disney Plus.
It's fine. Ray's storyline is not that great, but it's fine, guys, because we're gonna be strapping in to watch at least the episode 4.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's all we have for today. Thank you everyone for listening to today's episode and the last 299 of these crazy things.
It's insane.
We wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yes.
And remember, don't get your mogwai wet. Don't expose them to bright light. and absolutely never ever feed them after midnight or listening to podcasts after 300 episodes.
That's a lot. That's so many episodes. I can't believe we did that. Oh, you did that, not me. Thank God.
And if you enjoyed the show, please remember to rate, review, and subscribe on podcast services and YouTube. Obviously, on to episode 4, 5, and 600 now. You can follow Corrina on Instagram at Miss Corrina Renee. And where else?
At living_dead_books. I just put a ARC review out for a Christmas themed. We're gonna call it Smutmas instead of Christmas. You're welcome on that. Yeah, just did an ARC review on a small Christmas novella. Probably gonna take a break, but my completed book list for this year is almost as long as your episode list for 3 years or 5 years at this point. So you're welcome, because I just finished book 68.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Only read one more this year.
No, I see what you did there.
You already read one too many. 6, 7?
No.
6, 7?
No,
6,
you're not
7?
young enough to do 6, 7. We're too old for 6,
I don't know
7.
what that means. That's why you should just read one more. Because that's my kind of joke.
At least we know what those mean. Exactly. That would be so fitting. Maybe.
And you can follow me on social media at JamYumsMedia and at Pario Magazine.